Good morning, guys. I'm going to be taking you through a full day of eating. Right now, I'm like kind of intuitively eating, but when I say that, I'm still eating the same foods that I was when I was tracking. So the same amount of food, everything like that. So it's not really fully intuitive, but I'm just not fully tracking right now. But this breakfast that I'm about to have, I've literally had like every day for, I don't even know how long at this point, years. It's my favorite. It's so easy, especially if you're somebody who doesn't really have a lot of time in the morning. It's such a quick one to do. So it's gonna be some cream of rice. We just got this recently. You can get the ones from the store that are usually in most stores, but they do have a lot of iron, which we've learned from Greg having too high of iron levels because he eats a lot of red meat. So for myself, it's probably not that big of an issue, but I just use this anyway. I kind of like that it's a little bit more like fluffy too when I make it versus the other brand. So I'm just gonna do like 45 grams of this, and then I'm just gonna put some water in and throw it into the microwave. They have other flavors too. There's this like maple and brown sugar. I haven't tried this yet because you'll see I'm gonna put protein in it, but it just felt like too much flavor if I did protein plus. All right, so let's add some water. And then I just microwave it, usually 2 times for like a minute to a minute and a half. Just depends on how watery it still is. Okay, I'm also gonna make some coffee because this is my saving grace every morning. It's the best thing that I've ever gotten. I'm very specific about my beans, but we're gonna do just regular coffee, but with some chaga. I put this in it, which is maple butter from Trader Joe's. And then some sugar-free vanilla, which is this brand, which is so good. The Tafuti ones are terrible, don't use those. This is so much better. Some almond milk, and I'll make it now while this is doing its thing. So after microwaves for the first minute, I just mix it a little bit. Make sure there's no clumps in it, and then you're gonna microwave it again. It's a little watery, so I'll probably do like a minute 20. I like it like no water at all. As little amount of water as possible. Okay, now back to my espresso. Got it there. So this is chaga, which I absolutely love. Oh, I don't have the bag here. But it's this brand. This is the matcha version, but it's renewed. It's so good. It has some like sweetness in it, and it's really good for focus. It's mushrooms. So I really love having this in my coffee each day, but I like a lot of sweetness. So I'm also gonna add in this maple butter, which is basically just maple syrup in like butter form, but I like putting it in as well. Just like a little scoop of it. If I can get this in here. It's tough. This is not this spoon's too big. Okay, this is enough actually. So literally not like barely anything, but I just pop that in there. And then I get my little mixer. Mix it up. Now it's time for the milk. Where is the milk from? Probably in here. Yes, it is. Now, if you have an espresso machine or you want an espresso machine, it's very important to choose the right milk, especially if you're doing almond milk. This brand is the best brand, I'm telling you. If you just use regular almond milk, it's not gonna like froth properly and you're gonna not like it, I'm telling you. So just put the milk in here. I'm gonna add in a little bit of the sugar-free vanilla and then warm it up. Before I got this espresso machine, I would go get coffee every single day, and the reason I got it isn't really necessarily because I wanted to have an espresso machine at home, but I was wasting so much time driving, 10 to 15 minutes each direction just to get coffee, and then it wasn't ever like consistent, but making it at home is always consistent, exactly how I want it. And that's that. Now just finishing up really quick the cream of rice. So I'm going to use the Ghost vegan protein. This is not really the flavor I usually use, the Cinnabon. I like the chocolate cereal milk a lot better, but they were out at the store when I needed some, so I'm just using this up while I have it. And then I always weigh out my scoops because the scooper is never really accurate. I don't know if you guys know that, but always weigh it out. This is 40 grams, so I have 40 grams here. I'm just gonna mix this in and then top it with some peanut butter. So I have my protein with the protein, the carbs with the cream of rice, and then fat with the peanut butter. And then that'll be it. That'll be my breakfast. Nice and easy. A little bit more. Okay. Okay, this is my breakfast, cream of rice, almond milk latte, and I will have this and probably not eat again until like 12 o'clock, but I'm gonna do some work and I'll see you guys later. Okay, time for meal 2. Did a couple hours of work, cut my finger. But we're gonna eat some rice, chicken, and veggies. This is my staple for meal number 2. I eat it all the time, but sometimes I do get kind of sick of it. So when that happens, I just like to mix up. I still have the rice, chicken, and veggies, but I just mix up how I'm having it. So you'll see today how I'm gonna make it more fun. Yay. As I said, I'm not tracking right now, but I'm still weighing my food because even though I'm not gonna be tracking into an app, I still wanna make sure I'm eating like the right amount of food for whatever my goal is, which right now is to just maintain. I'm gonna be getting more into a building phase soon and I'll be getting back to tracking, but I was just in a bit of a crazy season with life and just needed a break from that. So 160 grams of rice, and then I'm gonna do about 4.5 ounces of chicken. Coda loves chicken. Meat scissors, if you don't know already, meat scissors are so much easier than a fork and a knife. Okay. Especially if you are like only gonna weigh one thing, weigh your protein. Make sure you're eating enough protein because this is 4.5 ounces, but if I just randomly put a random amount in there, I might not have had enough of that. So that, and then we have just regular Normandy vegetables. So just cauliflower, broccoli, and carrots. And then like I said, to mix it up and make it fun, I like to use Japanese barbecue sauce. This one is hot and spicy. So I just put some of it on top. I don't really worry about weighing this out, just a small amount. But if I was like in a cut or something, because it does have some carbs, I would actually weigh this out. And then I will be eating it with these chili lime seaweed snacks. So good. I just eat it on either on the side or just like wrap the food into it. It makes it a little like sushi kind of vibe. And it's just a fun way to spice up your chicken and rice bowls. And then the last thing is I'm going to drink some iced diet green tea with ginseng. Is that how you say it? I think so. I love this stuff. So I just have this with this bowl and that'll be my meal. Okay guys, I just went to just run some errands. Honestly, I have been working so much and I was like, I want to just have some fun, enjoy myself, go Christmas shopping. So I got a little bit of decor over here, up here, around, which I'm so excited about. I love Christmas. It's my favorite time of year. But I usually don't eat until like 4 p.m. most days, like my third meal. I just kind of like go based off my hunger. I eat 4 meals a day, every single day. But when I eat them, it's just kind of based on my hunger. Today it's 3:20, starving. So we're gonna go ahead and make this next meal, which is going to be super basic. Again, I really like super basic, easy meals, things that I can just whip together really fast. So we're gonna do some bagels. This is Dave's Killer cinnamon raisin. So it has some protein in it. It has 11 grams of protein in this. I'm gonna have it with some eggs and some butter. And that will be my third meal today. And then we will have one more meal tonight. And that's about it. In between, I do like to have like a little bit of sweets. So after my last meal, I had a little piece of this dark chocolate and whatever else I have today, I'll show you guys. But that was the only thing you guys didn't see. Otherwise, let's make meal 3. Okay, so I am, like I said, going to be making some eggs. So I use brown eggs. Really important when you're using eggs, don't just have like 2 whole eggs, okay? That's not enough protein. When I have eggs, I usually have 2 whole eggs, 3 egg whites, I am having 11 grams of protein in the actual bagel itself too. So I might just have 2 whole eggs and 2 egg whites today because I probably don't need all of that protein. Again, I'm not tracking right now, but I just go based off of like what I typically eat, right? So each meal that I have is gonna have anywhere from 30 to 35 grams of protein. Again, that's about 10 grams of protein there. Each egg is gonna have about 5 grams of protein. So if I had, for example, 5 eggs, that would be 25 plus 30, that would be 35 grams of protein. But typically, when I do have like this meal of my day, I don't need that much protein, so I'm gonna keep it a little bit lower. Just do 2 whole eggs, 2 egg whites, and then the worst part is cooking on a stainless steel pan because it's so hard cooking eggs on these and making sure it doesn't stick, but I'm gonna do my best. Let's make some eggs. Eggs are done. Very important, going to salt my meal, okay? Always salt it. First of all, if you eat eggs without salting it, I'm a little scared of you. Honestly, I don't know how you do that, but I'm gonna use iodized salt, sea salt. I love this stuff. I'm gonna put this on, and then the bagel is done as well. And like I said, I'm going to put butter on the bagel. The meal is done. I'm gonna go eat this. Again, bagel, butter, 2 eggs, 2 egg whites, and go do some work, and I'll see you for my last meal. I'm eating a pickle. I am so hungry today. I don't know what's going on. I usually eat my last meal around like 7:30. It's 5 o'clock and I'm starving. And I just ate not too long ago too. So I'm gonna have a pickle in the meantime, and I actually am gonna track my food, which I know I said I don't track, but I'm just curious at this point what I'm eating because I'm so hungry. These are the best pickles in the entire world. Grillo's pickles. Okay, this is the only pack open. It's gonna be my last meal of the day. I'm going to do some ground bison. I was saying earlier, I used to avoid red meat just because I thought it was like bad for you. I don't really know why, but very good to have some red meats, some good micronutrients. So we're gonna have this, some rice, and some more veggies. And then while this is cooking, I'm gonna warm up the oven. Greg doesn't know this because I got some cookies that I'm gonna make for dessert. His face right now. So this is gonna be, I'm gonna go for 5 ounces of beef. Again, the biggest thing that I want you guys to notice about my meals is it takes like no time to make. Cooking beef, it literally takes just a few minutes. Just throw it on. And then I don't season it with anything besides salt. I just use some salt. It has enough flavor on its own. Okay, so same veggies as before. I like to have veggies as often as I can. And then the bison, already, this literally took like 3 minutes. I'm not even kidding. And then I'm going to put a little bit of hot honey on it, just for a little bit of flavor. If you don't use hot honey, it's so good. Highly recommend. And that's that. I have the oven set. I'm going to have these cookies, but I'm only making the amount that I want to eat tonight, so I'm not even tempted. Sweet Loren's chocolate mint. They're gluten-free, dairy-free, so I'm gonna make 2 of them. I'll have both of them, and then I won't be tempted for more. And that'll be my full day of eating. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Make sure to subscribe down below. Stay tuned for more videos like this, and leave a comment if you want to. Cookies are done. See you guys next time.